cousin was in a coma for a while. He said he saw God.
I went to school with a girl who unalived both of her parents and herself.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. Hey guys, welcome back to the Don't Be a Sad podcast with your hosts, A.
Welcome, and B. I was holding that one in. I was ready to explode with it. It was out of my mouth.
I noticed from editing these that our ADHD gets in the way and we talk over each other a lot. So I'm going to try to be mindful of that and not talk over Brandon.
And I'm just going to let her roll.
It's hard because you get excited and you think of stuff to say and you're like, oh, I gotta just, and we do it in our day to day. So it's hard when you're recording to like turn that off.
And we never know when to shut the up, and we keep on going.
We ramble a lot. So we missed you guys last week. Last week was Easter. Today is Sunday, March. Oh my gosh. I said March.
Again!
We had to start over our recording. This is our second time doing this intro, and I almost did that the first time as well. I don't know why I'm stuck in March, but it is April. We missed a week last week, but we're back in it. I have been going through allergies from the pits of hell. I don't know if anyone out there can relate, but I've heard that the seasonal allergies are at like an all-time high. So I don't know what it is this year, but they're bad. And I'm going to an allergist tomorrow for that exact reason. So last week was just bad. I almost didn't even go to Easter. I didn't tell you that, but I was kind of like, if my mom's house wasn't right around the corner, I probably wouldn't have went. I thought I had COVID. I thought I had a UTI. And here it was just allergies.
Unreal.
I'm sorry.
Unreal.
I'm sorry. All right, so let's get into the podcast. This is episode 5. We're doing
Episode
great.
5.
We're on a roll, actually. All right, I want to read some comments from the last one. You guys are so supportive. I seriously love you guys because you're just like, oh, I love this podcast. Somebody said, okay, so we had a whole discussion about soup and what constitutes soup and being frustrated with stuff not being soup. And somebody said, what about potato soup? It contains milk. Because I said cereal wasn't soup because it's milk and it needs a broth. And I jokingly said potato soup is cereal. Because it's made in milk. Yeah. That, if you're turning something into a broth for a soup, then it's soup still. That's, yeah, because it's the potatoes. I saw that eye roll.
Miss Doesn't Cook is going to tell us what soup is, everybody. Miss Chicken Nuggets is going to tell everybody in the whole world what soup is.
Listen, all right, well, I've made potato soup, first of all, so I think I have the authority to say that potato soup is soup because I've made it, Brandon. Because you're also putting stock in it. I think if you're putting
Why
a stock...
are we talking about soup?
We're doing
Let's get
it again.
past soup.
All right,
Let's get past soup.
I'm letting it go.
Let's get past soup.
And then also from episode 3, we'll read some comments from that just to kind of catch us up.
Yeah, to me, anything could be soup.
No.
Your computer could be soup.
I'm actually cackling at this, my fave podcast now. Somebody said that you look like this YouTuber. His channel is Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. I looked him up and I disagree. I think it's just because he's also bald.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because he was handsome.
No, and to me that's such a cheap comparison. It's just like, oh, you're bald, so you look like this guy. Like, that to me is not the case.
That's like saying two, like, freaking Asian people look the same.
Yeah,
or like,
it's not...
Well, you look like my... a blind person. Do you know this blind person?
Oh,
like,
my friend's blind. You probably know him.
Yeah, you probably know them. Like, stop. No, all bald people don't know each other. And no, all bald people don't look the same.
That's
okay.
No, because, like, I'm looking at your face. Like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at your hair. But you know what it is? I think it's
hard. You're not looking at my hair. I'm aware. I'm completely aware you're not looking at my hair.
No, but I think it's hard to find people that you look like because maybe you look like somebody that has hair, but we're not seeing it because you don't have hair. Like,
it throws everybody off.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because, like, if I didn't have hair, like, it would be so hard to picture who I look like. You know what I mean? It takes something away.
I think it's more so that people hate bald people and they're not famous.
That's
There's
true.
not a lot of bald famous people.
The way that women pick on bald men is so strange
It's
to me.
sick.
It's strange to me because to me it reminds me of teenage boys picking on girls for being flat chested. When girls talk about men's hairlines, it gives me that same energy.
But I get it. It's such a checkmate move. It's such a hammer.
It's an
Like you
easy
just
diss.
boom, you just slam that thing down.
Yeah. Well, because it's the most visually obvious thing to go for.
And it smacks every time. It's like okay, be quiet, Baldy. All right, you can't say nothing to that.
Like, I get it, but
It's
it's
oh, I did it too, guys. I did it to bald people. I smashed them. I
I
smashed them. Adria sent me on a bald. She sent me after a balding guy that was like hitting on her and stuff. She was like online boyfriends with him or something, girlfriend, whatever. And I just destroyed him. Right? I was just roasting. I was bullying him. It was awful.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because there was this guy who, like, I think in his mind we were like online boyfriend and girlfriend, but to me it just wasn't that. And I wanted him to leave me alone so bad. And so I told Brandon, I'm like, can you just like tell this guy off, please, like to just leave me alone? And Brandon like roasted his hairline.
It
And
was like
so to me,
yeah.
I'm like, that's why you're bald now. Because it's like, that's just karma. Like, it just.
Yep.
So don't make fun of balding people because, listen, even if you're a girl, it could happen to you. So watch it. You never
It
know.
will happen.
You know. Whatever. I mean, it's just
Actually,
like,
just do it. I like it. It's funny.
well, now, if you act like you don't care and it's funny, then it kind of takes all the sting out of it,
No,
you
it doesn't.
know?
It still
Well, it's
stings.
like fat comedians making fun of the fact that they're fat. It's like, oh, I'm the fat friend. You know what I mean? So they kind of own
That's
it.
why they commit suicide.
What?
That's why they do
What
drugs.
fat comedian has committed suicide? We're gonna get demonetized already.
Okay. Chris Farley.
He didn't commit. He that was that accidental, guys.
He was going down a bad road.
But either way, like people own the stuff that is such an easy dig. You know what I mean? You see a comedian, and if they have a very obvious difference to their physical
Mm-hmm.
appearance, they own that, and that's their joke. And I love that. Like that's great. So it's like I don't know. It just bugs me when I see girls like, "Oh, look at his hairline," because
Yeah.
it's stupid to me.
Yeah. But it does
It
pop.
gives me the same energy of, like I said, guys going after girls for like being flat chested or, fat or something. It's just stupid and it's
I would say it bothers me when they're doing it and they won't show their faces.
that's what it
That's
is.
what it's not a fair trade. It's like, you want me? Well, let me go now.
Yes, because
Let me go. Yeah, unleash the hounds.
okay, I posted a TikTok because we'll get into this later, but Brandon and I got into this anime called Nana.
Oh,
And there's a bald character in it named Yasu. And Brandon and I took the What Nana Character Are You personality quiz, and I posted our results on TikTok, and it kind of got like a little bit of views.
got
Like
some traction.
it got some comments, and well, I actually had edited and reposted it, so this comment's gone. Because I had to edit the text. The text was like off center and it was bugging me. So but the commenter said, "Oh, don't compare this rando to Yasu just because his hairline is, just because he has like ball or whatever they said."
Cooked.
I don't know. And I'm just like, first of all, you have no profile picture, and second of all, that rando is my husband. But you can't spell Brandon without rando.
Yeah, they cooked me. It's all right. I'll take it. I mean, they might be going through some stuff. They got to get it out. I know when I'm getting like stressed out in life, I'll just go and I'll just bully some people
You know what
anonymously.
another thing is? Because you know how people have pointed out that women are so fake to each other in comment sections?
Ah,
That if a woman shaves her head, it's yes, queen, you're so beautiful. You don't need hair. You're beautiful. A man does it. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, what's up with your hairline? You know what I mean? It's such a double standard. I think that's why it bugs
I will
me.
say it's not though. When the guy shaves it, if he's going bald and then shaves it bald, there's the support. But if it's an already bald guy,
Yes.
smashed.
Yeah.
It's when they're
That's
weak,
what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking about. So it's like you can boost up girls who shave their heads, rightfully so. You know what I mean? Because I know it takes a lot for anybody to shave their head, but the fact that it's all the support for women, oh, you're so beautiful, but for men, it's like, you're ugly. you're ugly and bald. Like that's what it. So to me, it's like I kind of see through you because I feel like women are fake nice to each other in
Oh
comments.
yeah. And we
Like
know when. Let's not say anything, but we know when. Okay, guys.
we do, and I think
And that's
that's.
nice. It's nice to do it, but it's like just keep it going. Be nice to everybody if you can.
I think
But
looking back on my young relationships, like in school, I'm like, oh, those girls were mean to me.
oh,
You know what I mean? I couldn't recognize it at the time, but looking back, I'm like, oh, they were being mean to
they
me. But
were
like
yeah.
in my mind, it's like they're saying something nice to me, but I couldn't read between the lines of, oh, they're saying this like to talk down to me.
Where did you get your shoes?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, I like your hair.
Like, I remember one time this guy asked me, because I was so quiet and to myself, and I wore way too much eye makeup. And this is like seventh, eighth grade. Like, and I would just do like solid black eyeliner, you know? And it was bad. And I remember this guy asked me, like, oh, if you could dye your hair any color, what would it be? And I was like, I don't know, black. And I was like so shy. Like, I didn't know. I'm like, maybe black. And he's like, oh, what, like an emo? And I'm like, yeah. I was just so matter of fact, just like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and then like he turned away and like people were like laughing and like I didn't recognize at the time that they were making fun of me. I
Oh.
just thought maybe they wanted to know. Like,
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was
No.
so quiet.
Being a kid was awful.
And you know what, too? Like before, it's like you look at your teen years and you can kind of see yourself like, oh, nobody wanted to be my friend. But I'm like, real because I don't think I would have wanted to be my friend either. I was so quiet and it's off-putting,
Yeah.
you know? Like I get it. Even in my young adult life, like when I met your siblings, I feel like I know that I'm a hard person to get to know. Like
Mhm.
I'm quiet, I'm to myself. I can come across as a certain type of way, and I'm so aware of that. And it's taken me 31 years to try to not be like that, but I get it.
Mm.
Were you like that in school?
I don't remember. I was pretty quiet.
Yeah,
I don't remember a lot of school anymore.
really.
Yeah.
You kind of blocked it
Yeah, I
out.
don't even remember like a lot of my teachers anymore. It's super weird.
I can't remember like their faces really.
No, it's really weird. It's really weird. Cause I used to like, you remember them vividly, and then it's like, you remember like a handful, and now it's like I remember Miss Caldwell and
I'm
this.
so hungry I could eat Miss
I'm so
Caldwell.
hungry I could eat Mr. Hillier. I'm so hungry I could eat Mr.
I knew you were gonna say that. Bastard. I'm censoring that out. That's a teacher I had a crush on, and Brandon doesn't let me live it
What do you
down.
mean censoring it? Like there's only one in the whole world?
Anyway, listen. Okay,
Mr. Johnson.
somebody suggested that we have viewers ask us questions. So for next time, we'll read the comments if y'all have any questions you'd like us to answer. If it's dumb, if it's serious, I don't care. Ask us whatever you want and we'll do that.
I've had some experiences.
We have some words of wisdom, I think. Oh, also today I want to shout out my mom for watching our podcast because she said, and I quote, you guys are so well spoken, articulate, and not boring in your podcast.
And not boring. Hi,
So
Gil.
thank you to my mom, Gil.
Hi, Gil.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's do our mental health minute.
Oh,
How's your brain, Brandon?
my brain's fine. My leg hurts. Mentally, on Friday was not a good time. I went and got a tattoo, and it was so far away. And the tattoo itself was like 5, almost 6 hours. And then I had to drive like 3 hours back home. And it was expensive. And it hurt. And I had to fart. I had to fart so bad, and I didn't want to fart in this guy's face, and I didn't want to get up and tell him I had to go fart. Because I was like, it kind of distracted me from the pain. Like my guts, like rolling around, kind of distracted me. Because I was like, I gotta hold in this fart. So it distracted me from my leg hurting. But it's a pretty sick tattoo, guys.
I was gonna go with him to get the tattoo, but again, my allergies have been so bad. But now, in hindsight, I'm so glad that I didn't go because
Mm.
I would have been so bored and
So
just.
all in all, mentally,
But I think
chilling.
it's given you something good, like that day was bad and the pain was
Yeah.
bad, but like now you're so happy with it
Oh, for
and
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and the day right after it happened, I was like, wow, I'm not doing that again. Or wow, I'm not doing that crap again. And man, let me tell you, I already won another one. There is something crazy about that. You're just like, oh, you know what looks so good on it, and I can't stop looking at it right now. But you're just like, you know it look good with that, and you know it look good with this, and they are addictive. It's crazy.
I wonder why. I wonder what it is in your brain. Maybe it's like the adrenaline.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the endorphins you get after you're done,
Yeah.
like, because you're just getting pounded, and it's just so much pain, and like he's just drilling that in there, so slow. Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
I also think it's like it probably comes down also to self-esteem, like because it's you're looking at a part of your body that you wouldn't normally look at, and it's like, oh, that looks cool. So it probably gives you like
Yeah.
a
Oh,
a subconscious like confidence
a part of me
boost.
looks cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that.
that's probably
Maybe
what
that's
it
what it
is.
is. I
Yeah,
like it. What about you?
because I've heard people say to tattoo parts of yourself that you don't like because then you have something pretty to look at there. Maybe that's why bald men tattoo their heads. Back to the ball. Honestly, it looks sick. I don't think that would suit you though, but they look sick. The people that can rock them, it looks cool.
I wouldn't
Um,
want a head tattoo.
my mental health minute, I think I've been relatively okay. It's mostly been my allergies this week, to be honest. It's just made me feel so depleted. Like I've slept so much and I'm just so tired. I feel like I'm kind of like in a dream or something. It's bad. And but yeah, like other than that, I've been relatively okay-ish, I suppose.
Good.
Yeah, less
Good.
crying.
Less crying.
But I the real point of my mental health thing is the anime we're watching, Nana, like I said. I was bawling
Oh,
last night. Bawling.
that's a hard watch, and we're torn in between one character two different ways. How we see him, our point of view of the character.
Yeah.
I see a destructor, a black hole that is selfishness sucks in everybody around her, and it just pulls everybody in and destroys everybody it touches. That's what I see. She sees her as an innocent. Oh,
I never said she was
I'm
innocent.
I'm
Okay,
innocent. I'm innocent.
if you've seen Nana or you've read the manga, it so we're talking about Hachi.
Are we?
There are two girls named Nana, but the one gets nicknamed Hachi, like the dog. Um because and that should speak volumes. It's because she's like a puppy dog. She's loyal, she's sweet. She has a
Mm.
very innocent and naive demeanor
And
to her.
the dog grows up and bites the
But
baby.
I think you have to just take into account all of the context of the show because very early in the show she's groomed by an older man who is married while she's 16. Okay. And then her boyfriend cheats on her.
Mm-hmm.
She moved to Tokyo to be close to him. She gets there and he's cheating on her. She was gonna live with her friend, and it's like, oh no, now she's shacked up with her boyfriend, so that's out of the picture. So like the way that all of these people have just done her wrong, and then like when she calls her mom, like, oh, I'm sending you money, do whatever you want with it, just don't come home. Like all of these people have just done her so bad, and I think that she just wants acceptance. She wants somebody to value her. And honestly, I mean, she's 20 years old. And it really here's the thing. Nana writes characters as human. Because when we watch media, we want to idealize the main character so bad, and they give them only good traits, right? Like, think of Superman. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
Superman make, like, bad decisions, like, selfish
Mm-hmm.
decisions, right? But Nana is so fleshed out. Like they're human. Okay, let's bring something else in here. All right, if you've seen Squid Game, do you remember the first episode of Squid Game?
Can I just make one quick point? I've never had to try to defend a good person that hard. Let me just say, I've never had to go and defend a good
I'm gonna
person.
defend Hachi. To be fair, we haven't finished it yet. Okay, to
Yeah.
be fair, we're on
Well,
like episode 35 or something.
to
But
me, she makes just nonstop repeated mistakes.
I think
It's the repeatedness for me. The repeated actions for me tell a different story.
all right, here's what I'll say. I'm not defending her, I'm sympathizing with her. I feel bad with what has been done to her. I feel bad that she just wants acceptance. Like, remember when she made dinner for the band for after their band practice and then they didn't come? And you could tell that she was so let down. And then her awful boyfriend calls her and then she goes and hooks up with him. She just wants connection. That's the thing. She doesn't have a place and she just wants a person that will love her for her, and she's just finding it in all the wrong places.
So she had a person that was loving her for her walking her home, and then she sees the car of her booty call, and she says, "Oh, oh, you go home. You can go home. I'm almost home. I'll get there safe. You just go home." And he's like, "Why? We're almost there. I'll just walk you to your door." No, no, go home. She tries to shoo him away, so he doesn't see her booty call because she wants to go inside and jump her booty call's bones.
But if you haven't seen the show, it's because the nice guy, Nobu, who she's walking with, who's walking her home, he had a problem with her booty call. And he, like, kind of implied that he wanted to fight him. And I think that put her off a bit. So when the two of them were about to cross paths, I think she panicked. That's the thing. And I'm putting myself in her position. And like that would freak me out. And I'd be like, oh, I don't want this to escalate into anything. And it would probably seemed at the time the path of least resistance because I believe she's truly afraid of Takumi.
Could
That's
be.
that. I mean, and you have to consider she's a woman. It was outside alone at night. These two have some tension between them. And she probably was like, Nobu will not be pissed if I go with Takumi, but Takumi will be pissed if I go with Nobu. Right? Again, like I was gonna say, Squid Game, episode 1, main character. We see him making selfish decisions. We see him steal money
Mm-hmm.
from his mother. We see him gamble that
Mm-hmm.
money. But then when he wins money, what does he do? He gives his mother money. So we see,
How quickly on do we discover the good things he's doing? How quickly on are we like, oh, wait, this guy might not be bad after all? For me, I'm like, oh, she might not be good after all. She might be a pile of garbage. For me, it's the opposite. I'm seeing her true color showing, and I'm seeing what kind of person she actually is. That's how it's unfolding to me.
but honestly, this is what makes a good, well written character. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily likable, but well written because you don't know what they're gonna do. And I think
True.
so. Episode 1 of Squid Game, when we see, what's his name? I don't remember his name.
Gin
Gi- Gi-
Gihoon.
Gihoon. Okay, so we see Gihoon making these horrible decisions, but also good decisions. Like, he gets fish and he gives it to a stray cat, but he steals money from his mom. And, like, we see the back and forth of, like, good decision, bad decision, good decision, bad decision. And it really sets up the premise for the show really well when he gets into the games because we don't know what he's going to
Mm-hmm.
do. And that is a good, well written character. Because if we only saw the good side of him, we'd think, oh, he's going to be so loyal in the games and whatever. But that's what I'm saying. And with Nana, we have this character who is just so. I mean, for lack of a better term, she's a soup sandwich. She's all over the place. We don't know what she's
Mm-hmm.
going to do. And it's making the story really interesting.
That's true. But we
See?
are on different sides of the fence, as you can see. What's the next thing? What's the next thing on this?
Please weigh in the comments if you've watched Nana and or Squid
Also, that
Game.
show is kind of traumatizing. This
It's
is
bad. I was crying last
yeah,
night.
animes. Like people are like, oh, animes. It's like okay, like they think they're so childish until it's like, just sit down and watch some. Some are so heavy, man.
It's bad. I know, and like I was trying to tell my mom about it, and she's like, "Oh, I can't watch anime." I guess my sister had tried to get her to watch Attack on Titan.
That is yeah. You can't go right into the weird stuff. You can't go right into giants.
No. I'll say if you think you don't like anime, it's because you haven't found a genre for you. There is a genre for everybody. it's as diverse as movies. You know, like there's just something for
I
everybody.
know we go from Nana to like a dungeon crawling anime to and it's just like
Yeah.
let's bounce around.
Nana's a drama and it's fun. It feels like a soap opera. But next, all right, let's do craziest thing on the internet that lately. For me, I saw so y'all wanted us to incorporate a bit of true crime. I saw recently that Chris Watts wrote a letter in prison. Brief recap, Chris Watts was the one who unalived his wife and children and stuffed their bodies in an oil well years ago. I'm sure you guys know this case. It was very big.
Are we not allowed to say murdered?
I don't think so. It's just good to watch your language for like advertising, but
I don't think I can say unalived. I think that is so
deleted.
so.
He deleted them. It sounds, you know what it does too? It also takes like the severity out of it, I think.
I can't stand that. That censoring of like
I'm
not
used to
foul
doing it.
language is so ridiculous to me. When
I'm
I
just
hear
used to doing it.
unalived and stuff like that, I just roll my eyes because it's so ridiculous to me.
I'm
It's
so sorry.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
I've just gotten
It's
used
like
to
I've just
doing
never
it.
heard it in person. It was kind of embarrassing.
That'd be like me sitting here like, LOL.
LOL, guys. GG's.
But yeah, he wrote a letter in prison, and I'm like, who is this letter for? It was a letter to God. And what he did was, as you could probably predict, no accountability. And he blamed his mistress, saying that she was like a temptress of the devil that made him do it. I'm like, this guy,
Like, if there's one person that I could unalive, bro, if there's one that I would be allowed to just unalive, it might be that guy.
he might be the worst person on planet
Like,
Earth.
into like a wood chipper.
Yeah.
But not all the way, just his legs, and then we throw him to the ants. We let ants eat him.
Maybe I'm barbaric, but I feel like people like him should have to suffer exactly what they did to someone.
Stuff him in an 8-inch pipe.
Put him in a oil.
Put him in oil down
Yeah.
an 8-inch hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Yeah, that coward.
Yeah, wrote a letter to God. It's just, he is just so disconnected.
Yeah.
So disconnected from reality. I don't understand how you can, even at that point, like, but you know what? Someone that can commit something like that, I wouldn't expect them to be
No.
sorry for what they've done. And honestly, I'm surprised one of the inmates hasn't done him
Oh, he's
in.
protected.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they separate them.
Oh,
Because he's high profile and all that, too.
yeah.
Yeah, they separate him.
Jeez, that sucks though. Like, just
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can't stand him. If Chris Watts has zero haters, I'm unalive.
Oh, the craziest one I saw was in the UK. It was a 17-year-old boy murdered his 19-year-old sister because he didn't like her and he never wanted to hear her voice again.
That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
that was. Yeah, I guess they would wrestle or something. They would play fight or something, and it said like they would put each other in like chokeholds, and he put her in a chokehold and did not let go, and then he began to. I say stabbed.
He poked.
He poked her. He poked. See, and I'm laughing now because I say
Yeah, like
poke.
it's horrible.
Yeah, but yeah, that was horrible, and I saw that this morning.
And he
that
only
one.
got 10 years.
Minimum of 10, and it's like what?
Why is this even a discussion?
What? Minimum of 10?
I would say that if the whole thing was an accident,
Like a minimum? How do you say minimum of 10? Like minimum of 50? What are we doing?
because like the play fighting, like yeah, that could have led to something that he
Yeah.
didn't intend. I
And
could
then,
see
no,
that.
so he
but
choked
to
her
then,
unconscious. He choked her unconscious and then impaled her.
gosh, oh my gosh, I'm stuff
Yeah.
like that freaks me out. This
No, I know.
morning, I was up early sneezing as I do, and I found this account on TikTok that sort of animates crimes that have happened.
Oh,
And I saw I think it was back in 2013 or something. This boy who was playing Halo and his parents were like, I think this game is too violent for you. Like, I think it's actually impacting you. They took it, they put it in their gun safe. This dude went and he had memorized the combination to the gun safe, took it out, and his parents over a
Woo!
game. Over a
That's
game.
nuts.
I mean, like the closest thing I have to that was there was a game when we were growing up called Jet Set Radio Future, and it was like a rollerblading game. Oh my gosh, you're laughing. But in the intro, in the song, they say ready to kick some ass, okay? And we were little, like and my sisters were playing it. They were probably like
Uh,
5, 6 years old. No business playing that. And Allie said it to my mom, and my mom was like, "If you say that again, I'm breaking that disc." What do you think Allie did? She said it. My mom snapped that disc.
ass.
But I I can't imagine the see, I really do think that there is like this switch that flips in people's brains, or they're just born evil. You're either
Mm-hmm.
born evil or there's like this switch that most people don't even have in their brain that can just
Snap.
do something that we can't even conceive.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, I mean, I grew up, I played video games I should not have been playing. You know, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, I was probably 11, and, like, killing hookers and, like, banging the hookers and then killing them and getting my money back. Like, I shouldn't have been playing that. And it didn't affect me, I don't think. Not terribly. I never unalived anybody, but
You were very clearly a
like,
latchkey kid.
oh yeah, oh
No
yeah,
supervision.
no. It's just like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? Can I get Grand Theft Auto 3?
But the thing is, for most kids, it won't affect them. But for the few that have that demented part just in there, it
Yeah,
can activate it, I feel like. Because, you know, I've played Grand Theft Auto and all that, and it never makes you want to do stuff like that.
this I can't say his name. I feel like I should be able to say people's names. This guy went to he was a family acquaintance, but young kid, and I was also young at the time, and he lived on a farm, right? So we go over, and you know, it's his job to like shoot the squirrels with like the BB guns because they would get into all the food and all that, which is like, okay, that's farm stuff. All right, I guess. But the weird stuff is after he would kill them, he would cut their heads off and hang their bodies to scare the other squirrels away. So that part kind of stuck with me. His first name, can I say his first name? I can say his first name was Jagger. So if there's ever a serial killer, his name's Jagger.
I mean, okay, I don't want to get into it, but I went to school with a girl who unalived both of her parents and herself.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was just on Facebook one day and I got this DM and I could see that it was like a group message and it was a bunch of kids that I went to school with. And this class was like, we were very close knit. It was a very small school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the heck is this? And I see that she had passed away and I was like, oh my gosh. And this was a few years ago. And I was in a classroom with her for, I think, a year and a half, a
Mm-hmm.
school year and a half. And this school, all of our classes took place in the same room. So I had every class with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I sat in this room with her for that long, and it's like, oh my gosh, it shook everything. And I'm reading this. They're like, oh, you're invited to the funeral and the memorial and all that. And I went and I Googled her name, and I come to find it was a double murder self suicide.
Can I just say this and just edit this out? But can I just say this because it's gonna be so funny. So she saw say, due to the circumstances, I don't feel comfortable
Oh,
going
that's
to.
not the right name.
Oh,
It was somebody else.
damn it! I thought that's who it was.
All right, so there was a girl in our class who sent a message like, due to the circumstances, I don't feel comfortable going to this. And like to this day, I don't even know how to process it because this girl, like, she was like our class clown. She was so fun. Honestly, like the last person from this school I would have
Mm-hmm.
expected, and I am just, it's the
Mortified.
weirdest thing. It is. And I went and I looked up her name in my Facebook Messenger, and I saw that she had sent me a message back in like 2013 saying like, "Oh, I love your YouTube videos. Like we should get together and do something together sometime." I had never saw it and I never replied to it and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh." And then I'm like, "Wait, the butterfly effect. Like
It
what
was
if
your
I would
fault.
have?"
It was your fault.
Oh my gosh.
It was
It's
your
all my
fault,
fault.
honey.
But
That's all.
it's weird to know people that have done
I
really
know.
bad
And you could have
things.
just stopped it. You would have just filmed one video together.
I hate to think that. I really hate
Yeah.
to think that, but
So that's what happened. That was a weird stuff that we were. What were we doing? I'm so.
But again, we can also talk about the complexities of a well-written and fleshed out character. Like, I saw her as this great person, but it's just like people are so much more than the best thing they've ever done and the worst thing they've ever done. There's just
Yep.
so much gray area in the middle. And yeah, so I hold a special place for her because of how she was when I knew her, but then it's also like she did something horrible. And it's just it's weird. Yeah.
That's like when you like
Anyways.
a celebrity and then they say something stupid and you're just like,
Yeah.
ah, no,
Yeah.
why did you do
Well,
that?
I just watched this whole YouTube video about like can you really separate the art from the artist?
For me, no.
No.
Not a lot of the times.
But their argument for it was like if they brought us like if it did something special for you, like a musician, if it got you through like hard times, like it's just their music, and I'm like, I could see that. Especially because I'm somebody I don't really know much about musicians. I just like the music. And so maybe I'm
For me,
biased.
an example right now, and I'm going to get some heat for this one, is Pedro Pascal. Because I don't like him at all. Like, I like The Last of Us, like the first season of it. I loved it, right? And then then you just see how he is. And to me, he's like such like a pick me type of guy. Like I just feel like he's like so like fake, and he's like this like fake like I just saw this thing. He's like, "Oh, I'm daddy. Call me daddy," or something. And I'm just
That's
like,
disgusting.
"Oh, I'm like, God, I can't have this guy. I can't." I'm like, I can't see this guy as like surviving this like world. It like, and it's maybe just put a stink on it for now, but just seeing him, and I'm like, I don't know, like
No, he creeps me out.
this is where I hold my anxiety. Like I'm like, oh, bro, I have terrible, like I have crippling anxiety, dude. Like this is where I hold it. Hey, can you hold it for me?
I
No,
used to
my
literally have to ask for band-aids almost every day at work because I would just pick all the skin around my hands
I know.
raw,
I just feel like
bleeding.
he's such a pick me person. Like, please, look, I'm doing it. I'm doing everything right, guys. Look, I'm saying all the right
It
stuff.
feels very
Like,
phony
it
and
feels
performative.
weird because I'm like, you're too old to be like that. It's weird. Like, you're weird. All right, I'm done with that.
Well, and for that, we haven't even watched the second season of The Last
I
of
know,
Us because now we're just like,
because it's
sorry.
weird. I don't know.
Do you want to rank some things, Brandon?
Right, coming in at number 10, Pedro Pascal.
All right, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, we're gonna rank things. Brandon's gonna give me 10 random things, and I have to put them in order from best to worst. In my head. And I don't even know what your list is, so
Hmm.
I'm excited.
Driving a race car.
Oh, I could not. Um, although I could go crazy.
Imagine going around the track like my uncle did. He went.
You have a race
Yeah, he
car?
went around. You can like drive around the NASCAR track in one of their cars. Like it's like a thing you can do.
Wait, but doesn't it get really hot inside of them?
If you're driving for hours, but he just did a few laps or something.
All right, I'll put this at number 6 because I don't know. Like, it sounds kind of fun in theory, but like
Ow,
if I were given the opportunity, I would do it, But I
that'd be
think it would scare
sick.
me a bit.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some videos of them not ending well, but
I want to say that my uncle, I think he went like 170 or something.
how did he do this? Did he have to like pay to do
Yeah, yeah. No, it was his Christmas present from my aunt.
know about this? Was it
I
before
think
I knew you?
no, it was a couple of years ago.
Really?
Well, yeah, it was actually last year.
Can you show me a video?
I didn't have. There's no video.
There's no video?
No.
Oh, all right. What's next?
Climbing a mountain.
I mean, I've done that. Kinda. Not climb, I've hiked.
Climbing a mountain.
Climbing? Like,
Climbing a mountain.
ew.
Not hiking a mountain, climbing a mountain.
Ew, I'm putting that under race car. That's number 7. I don't like the thought of that. Ew, it freaks me out. It makes my palms sweat.
All right. All right. Surf a big wave.
Oh, that would be fun. Okay, is this like adrenaline things? It seems like adrenaline junkie type things. Riding a wave. I guess I'll put that at 5.
All right, this next one, everybody just look at Adria's face.
I'll look right at the
Everybody,
camera.
everybody look at Adria's face. Get in a shark cage.
That's at number 10. That's at 10. That freaks me out. Okay, we went to the aquarium not too long ago, and they had a shark cage simulator. I walked right back out. I'm like, this is effed up. I don't even want to simulate this. This is
Ugh.
disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Next.
Whitewater rafting.
What is that?
When you're going down the river in those little kayaks.
Oh, wait, have we done that?
No, like it's like
Wait, remember when I hit my head on a tree? We were
that.
kayaking?
We were just canoeing down a gentle stream.
I whacked my head on a tree. I was like, look, a turtle! And I just hear, Adrian!
Bling.
Whitewater rafting. Is that dangerous?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do that. I also get seasick. I'll put that at 8.
Jungle zip lining.
Ooh. I think I would like that.
I would love that.
Alright, I'll put that at 3 because I've always wanted to zip line. But I'm also a little scared of heights, but I would do it. If we were there and it was right there and we could do it, I would do it. 1000%.
All right, all right. Bungee jumping.
I was about to say number 10. All right, I would change it with the shark cage. No, probably not. Bungee jumping to me, it's like, okay, there's way easier ways to almost unalive yourself.
Yeah, bungee jumping.
There's way easier ways. Why? Okay, no, if you've ever done it, can you just tell me why? Or if you've ever thought about it, can you tell me why? And now I think you put skydiving on here, and now I'm pissed that I don't have
The
anywhere
next one
lower.
is, in fact, skydiving.
I knew it. Okay, no, ugh. I don't want to splat like a bug. I'm not a bird, I'm not gonna fly. I don't want to. Alright, 4, skydiving. Ugh.
All right. Ride a roller coaster with your hands up.
Oh, I've done that. I'm scared of roller coasters a bit. All right, that's number 2.
All right.
Leaving one for last is very risky.
I know. And the next one is literally the coolest one on here, but it's also the most adrenaline charged one. And that would be using a wingsuit to fly. That is the coolest thing on the planet right now. When those videos of those guys flying down the mountains, that is the coolest thing.
I can't lie, that is really cool. But can you picture me doing that?
No, you would never.
First of all, I'd pass out.
Yeah, you would be dead in the air.
I passed out on a children's roller coaster. Okay, that didn't go upside down. Nothing. A child's roller coaster. I was crying and I passed out. And when we got off, I'm like, we should go again. And Brandon's like, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm never going to a theme park with her again. I can't.
I don't know what it is. I just can't.
A roller coaster theme park, she will not do it.
But you know what's so funny, guys? I have a bit of a fixation with roller coasters. I love watching videos about roller
And
coasters.
tattoos.
And tattoos, yes. Like, I
Stuff you're scared
love
of but want to do.
stuff that scares me, but it intrigues me a bit.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know what it is. So if I could switch two of these, I feel like I gotta move that wingsuit a bit.
Put some distance.
I am going to switch it with riding a wave. I'll put riding a wave at number one because you know what? That's not very dangerous, and I've always loved surfing. Like, we grew up with Rocket Power. I wanted to do everything those kids in Rocket Power did.
You wrote riding a wave, and it was riding a big wave.
Yeah, that would be fun. If I knew what I was doing.
Big wave surfers, those waves are like 100 feet tall.
That's sick.
Yeah.
And then you fall into water.
No.
What?
You have a skyscraper coming down on top of you.
Again, in my mind, I'm a pro surfer. I'm in Rocket Power. I know what I'm doing. This is a fantasy, okay? Like,
it's not as simple. Oh, you just fall off. A skyscraper is flying through the ocean, and you are inside of it.
That still scares me less than the wingsuit.
Oh.
Because I'm less afraid of water than I am of heights. I'm not that scared of the ocean as much as I am being up in the air. The flying doesn't scare me.
Remember the
much.
ocean, the scary blue? When we were out there past the coral reef when it was just the blue?
Oh, guys.
That was scary.
We went to Key West. We went deep sea snorkeling. I was like, oh, this is going to be so exciting. When I got out there, it was the weirdest just to be surrounded by water. You can't see land, nothing, just water. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It was freaky. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't think I'd do that again. I like being in water, but when I'm near safety.
I feel you. What list do you got?
All right, it's Brandon's turn to rank some things. I feel like my list kind of corresponded with yours a little bit.
Really?
We didn't even know. Because we kept them a secret this time. All right, so the first one, speaking of which, the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, the bottom of the ocean. That's scary. The bottom of the ocean. I'll put that number 5.
Like with Squid Game, remember when they had to pick a number vest and the VIPs were like, they always go for the ones in the middle because there's safety in the middle. Like when they had to pick their numbers for the bridge. And it's like, yeah, you do gravitate to the middle. It's so safe because like, yeah, I'll just put it
I'm
there.
getting a feel for it. So bottom of the ocean is definitely in the middle.
I hate the thought of the bottom.
Bottom of the ocean's a bad boy.
All right, so the next one, opposite of that, outer space.
Outer space is sick. That's number 2.
Don't leave one for last, Brandon. Don't do it.
Outer space is one of my favorites, and that is number 2.
It's freaky.
Sick.
I don't like it. All right. Being the last person on Earth.
To me, it's easy solution. Unalive immediately.
How many times have we said unalive?
Number 10, or I don't know what this list is. I'm going to say that's the absolute worst case scenario for me.
Well, then it should be 10. No,
Wait.
1 should be the best.
1 should be the best?
Yeah, 10 is the worst.
Okay. Because that just is, what's the point of anything? I'm not doing that.
I'd probably also put it at number 10, honestly. Like, being the last person on Earth sounds so terrifying.
Yeah.
All right, the next one, which I have also a minor interest in, cults.
Cults?
Yeah. I'm so interested by cults.
What a weird list. Cults. 6. Cults are pretty juicy. I'm probably going to start one. All right, what's yours? What's the next one?
Okay. The next one is polar bears.
Polar bears! Number 3.
Get out of here.
Oh, wait. Or is number 9 the worst? I'm putting polar bears number 9. Polar bears.
Put what scares you the most at the bottom.
Polar bears are number 9. I do not like polar bears. Polar bears are not cute. I don't feel bad for skinny polar bears. All right.
If you see brown, lie down. You see black, fight back. You see white, good night.
Yeah, no. No. Next, please.
All right, next we have running out of toilet paper and no one's around to help you.
Yeah. I jump in the shower, baby. That's no big deal. Running out of toilet paper is going number one.
I had to put that.
Running out of toilet paper. I'll do that right now. I fear nothing.
I literally also put a ghost emoji, and there's no one around to help you.
I'll jump in the shower. That's no big deal. I did that this morning.
I had to add a funny one in there to throw you off, in case you didn't leave room for it, and then it was in a place it shouldn't have been. Next we have being in a coma.
Oh,
That scares me so much.
that does scare me. I don't like that. A coma will go in 7.
Yeah, I don't like the thought of that.
My cousin was in a coma for a while. He said he saw God. And I kind of believe him because I think he can astral project. I don't know, guys. He said some stuff to me before. It was kind of...
He said something that happened
Something that was
that
very-
only we knew.
It was very specific and only we knew. And it was very specific. I literally cannot tell you how specific it was. And it was me and her were the only ones who knew. And he said it to me, to both of us, actually. And it was very...
Like he was here.
like he was watching us. I won't get into it now, but that was weird. What's another one?
Yeah, that's maybe being in a coma like sends you. Maybe you're in another.
Got a shadow
You're in
realm,
another
maybe.
server. Stranded on an island.
That's kind of sick. Number 3.
That is not sick. It's sickening, like disgusting. Ew.
What if you got freaking island of hot chicks? You're looking at the bad side, bro.
Are you done?
It'd be like an island of cannibals. Oh, an island of cannibals. That's... Oh!
It's like, look, I didn't say which island. I could have meant Epstein Island.
Oh! I was going to make a joke. I was going to say...
Don't you dare! This podcast is canceled before it's even started. All right, next we have rabies.
Oh, rabies are terrifying. Rabies are number 8.
I think that would be at the bottom for me.
Rabies, dude, rabies are so crazy. Like the fact that they make you crazy and make you allergic to water. You
I
can't even
hate
drink
that.
water.
I hate
Like,
Ugh.
anyhow. All right, so the last one, number 4.
And the last one is
Oh.
microfiber socks.
Oh, socks! Oh!
Brandon hates microfiber, if you couldn't tell.
I'm switching that with being the last person on Earth.
Really?
Bro, microfiber socks, if I have to wear those for the rest of my life or something...
Oh yeah, what if they were like permanently on your
Yeah, no. If I had to wear microfiber socks for the rest of my life, no.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
No.
Wait, let me see your list.
No. Okay, so that says man. It just looked terrible.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean this
That's a pretty solid list.
yeah, I agree with it. I love how running out of toilet paper is number 1. That's the least.
Yeah, outer space is very scary, but it's so cool. It's like I would love if I was like a single man and I had an opportunity to go to Mars to develop it, I think I would go.
Really? You would go to Mars?
I think I would want to be one of the Martians.
I don't think
I think I would want to do that. You know they want to send the robots there, the AI robots, the Tesla robots, to start building stuff.
Get out.
Yeah, they want to ship some up there and just have them start going crazy.
Remember when we were kids and we would talk about the future and stuff? I feel
It's
like we're
here, dude.
living
It's getting
it.
crazy.
I feel like we're living
It's
it.
getting so crazy. China, I just saw China's robots.
Have you seen that car that has a helicopter inside?
Yeah.
Was that in China?
Yeah.
I think it was China.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you're just driving in your car, psych. Let me get out my helicopter. What is that?
These peasants. Traffic. And just fly away. Like, that'd be badass.
Are we kind of low-key getting into latest and greatest?
Latest and greatest, guys. Helicopters in your car.
Honestly, sick.
Sick.
Like, I don't even have my license yet. Now I have to worry about getting my pilot's license, too. Like,
I don't think you do. I think you just put in your little... Oh, and the...
you don't need a special license for that?
I don't know, guys. I don't think they have a qualification for driving your drone helicopter thing. Your drone around. I think it's just a big person drone. There's a camper like that. and you tow around at your personal drone,
Oh, I saw that.
fly. 200 grand. So I gotta start making more money. 'Cause I need that.
Guys, watch this podcast twice.
Guys, don't skip the ads.
Watch the
Don't
ads all
be.
the way
I'm
through.
trying to get a big ass drone, dude.
We need the engagement. Like it up. Comment.
Like it up. I want to fly a drone.
Share it with your friends. We need a drone.
Hey.
My latest and greatest. I mean, well, we have 2 weeks. We watched Love on the Spectrum.
Great.
That was a good
Late
watch.
and great.
I want to say what I like about that as opposed to other dating shows that we've watched is just how honest it is. I love how all of the contestants are just so themselves, and I really
100%.
admire that. Like, because we tried watching The Bachelor, right? And it was just so boring because it's so phony. And I spent the whole time trying to read these people. Like, is this genuine? Is this real? Is this all just for TV? You know what I mean? But with Love on the Spectrum, what you see is what you get. And it's
Amen.
just, everything is, and it's just so wholesome. It's just such a feel-good watch. We laughed, we cried. It was great. I love it. And I follow, like, all of them on social media.
I will say, from watching Love on the Spectrum, I have determined I'm not autistic. I'm just traumatized. So
You know, they say there's actually some, like, overlap sometimes.
I believe
that
it.
some people can't distinguish, which, I mean, yeah, because you develop, like, coping mechanisms that would maybe impair your social skills.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I've gotten comments before of, like, people being
Calling
like,
me autistic?
No,
I'm kidding.
asking me, no, people asking me if I'm autistic, like, in the comments, and I'm like,
Well,
I
you
don't
might
know.
be.
For
You're
me,
flirting with it for sure.
I think I could have dunked a toe in it, perhaps, you know?
I also did walk on my tippy toes for a couple of years as a kid, so maybe
I think
there's
back to
something
some
going
things.
on.
No, I think back to some things in my childhood. Like, I didn't talk till I was 2, and I didn't respond to my name. Like, my mom would say my name to me, and, like, I wouldn't even look. I was, like, nonverbal, like, didn't talk, didn't, like, hear anything. My mom took me for a hearing test. Like, she actually thought I was deaf and
She won't
mute.
listen to me.
So, like, I don't know. Like, there's stuff like that, and I was also very artsy. I would stay home from the movie theaters to write books. You know what I mean? I was just very in my own little bubble.
Your mom's like, now tell him to bring me my money.
My mom's like, yes, please become an author. I don't know. I never, oh, and then I had an instance, in high school where, we were doing a project in history class and it involved like drawing stuff. And I was just sitting there quietly drawing and someone said like, oh, that's really good and whatnot. And someone who was my friend from the year prior, he said like from across the room, oh yeah, she's artistic. But I misheard and thought he said, oh yeah, she's autistic. And I like was sitting there like crying, like tears filling because I thought he just like said in front of the whole class like she's autistic. And like it like sunk my heart and then I like wasn't really talking to him that much and then he asked me about it like, have you been avoiding me? I was like, did you like say that I was autistic? He's like, no, what? I said you were artistic. And I was like,
Jeez, that poor kid.
I know. No, and he was so nice.
He thought he
too.
was being nice to a freaking cute artistic girl in class and he traumatized her.
I was like, am I artistic? Am I autistic?
And then some bald guy married her. That poor guy.
No, he was really nice. But
Better
like,
luck next time.
no. But the thing is I'm so hungry I can eat.
I'm so hungry I could eat. That was just the kid she named her thong after, guys.
Latest and greatest. I love those TikToks. Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat it.
Oh.
It is my new favorite thing. I don't skip one. I love them.
The one with the African guy when they named the guy
From
from
his tribe. Oh my gosh. I've seen one. Oh, did you send me the one she said the guy that he was texting? He was texting this girl. And she's like, I'm so hungry I could eat and said her name. And he looked at her and he's like, you went through my phone?
Oh, that sounds staged. What, really?
It looked real.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That
He
sounds
looked-
staged. That sounds
if
staged.
it was, that's hilarious.
That just sounds like
but-
such drama. That sounds staged. That's so funny, but I like the what was that one? The one with the guy's eyes where they popped out. What did he say? Like his like
Oh, it was like his college girlfriend.
oh,
He was like,
oh, he looked right at the camera and his eyes just blew
And the
up.
funny part was is they were like out in public. Like they were so and he's like, what?
So funny.
Those are so good. I want to do one to you, but now you
You
like know
can't.
that it's
She did
coming.
yesterday. She got me with somebody.
Oh, wait, remember what I did when we were on the phone? We were okay, so
Oh,
I was keeping him company on the phone while he was driving home from his tattoo appointment. Because if we didn't say, he went all the way to New York for it. Specific artist at Tattoo Carlo on Instagram.
yeah.
Check him out.
Very cool guy.
So I was keeping him company, and here I'm trying to be all sneaky. We're talking about the I'm so hungry thing. I'm going through Brandon's Facebook, right? So Brandon doesn't have his friends visible. So that then had to be really sneaky, go to your sisters and see who the two of you could possibly know. I actually I
She goes,
well, don't say her name.
I'm not gonna say her name. She goes, I'm so hungry, I could eat so and so. And I'm like, and I know what she's doing, and I'm just like, oof. I'm like, it was my dead cousin who passed away in 2020 from COVID. And I know she was just trying to be funny, and she didn't realize it, but oh yeah, it's awful.
I'm so sorry. Like,
That
just
was
the
awful.
worst thing I could have picked.
Yeah, it was
I'm
terrible.
like, I'm so
That's a
sorry.
terrible thing.
I didn't realize that was her. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, because I had never met her. So, like, it's not like I could put a face to.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh. I'm so. Anyway, so that just shows how it can backfire. So be careful.
oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine.
I mean, it
I'm
was
fine.
a little funny after the fact.
Yeah, it was
I
funny.
was like, whoops.
Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, guys, it was really funny, huh? Wow, that was so funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, wow, that was so funny. So funny I forgot to laugh. Okay.
Whoever came up with that
Cooked.
eight.
They cooked them.
So funny, I forgot.
That was so
that.
funny I forgot to laugh. Smashed.
All right, so to conclude,
I am not going to the grocery store after this.
Was that even a question?
Yeah, I was going to say, you can freaking figure that crap out. I am not going. I'm too happy to go to the grocery
What's
store.
so funny is whenever we do our podcast filming, we're like, oh, this is what we can do after. We go out to dinner. We go to the store. We can do this. We do this, and then we don't want to do anything.
No!
You know?
I accomplished my goal. Let me treat myself. So, in conclusion, as she twirls her beautiful...
Should we do Reddit time, or should we do our new segment?
Let's do our new segment. New segment, guys. Reddit time will be in next week's podcast.
We are going to introduce a new segment that we have named Bad Business Reviews.
Bad business reviews. So, this came in the wake of triggering a memory. Since we're going to Florida in a month or so, I was just like throwing the plans, rental car. Oh. So, if you can't tell by the title, in this we're going to read reviews of bad businesses.
Today's edition is budget rent-a-car in the Orlando airport. So for this segment, if you guys have ever had a terrible experience at a business, you or someone you know, like a very memorable bad experience, drop the name of it and we will look it up. But here's our rule. If it's a small business, we won't say the name. We won't name drop a small business. I don't want to slander a mom and pop shop. That's not what we're here to do. But like, if it's a big, large corporation, budget rent-a-car is huge, multi-million dollars,
Smash 'em.
you're getting slammed. We had the worst experience there.
Twice.
We had 2 horrible experiences there.
Back to back.
And yeah.
If you've ever flown to Florida in the Orlando airport and have gone to that budget counter, you know. The last time I was there, I waited in line for about an hour. That's fine. The line didn't move. There's probably 200 people in it. And I waited an hour and I was like, you know what? There's no way. I'll be here till midnight if I try to get through this whole line. Because it, honestly, I'm not going to exaggerate. I probably moved 20 feet forward in the line. And this thing's zigzagging.
Well, I can insert a picture. People have posted pictures.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's no exaggeration. It was like 20 feet's nothing. So an hour for that.
Heed our warning, if you are taking a trip to Orlando, Florida, which is a very popular tourist destination, do not go to this budget rent-a-car in the Orlando airport. You will want to chew your hand off.
Don't bother.
It is awful, and we're not exaggerating. And we've traveled to Florida many times, and it wasn't up until recently we
Yeah,
started having this
within
problem.
the last 6 months, a year,
Year
last
ish.
year, that place, dude, they gave us. The last time it took forever to get the car, right?
Well, I could read my review. Do you want to hear my
Yeah,
review?
read your review of
So
it.
here's my review. I gave it 1 star and I said, second awful experience here. And the last time we ever went with budget, last time we had to go through 3 cars until we finally got a filthy one after 1 hour in the parking garage. It was literally like Goldilocks.
Dude, they at first they're like, "Oh, go to space W12 or something." So I go to W12. I get my car. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I go to drive out. Oh, this isn't your car. I was like, what do you mean? They told me to go here. It was the same model. Or no, it wasn't the same model. But it was like, okay, well, that's the space he said.
And
There's
it was a
nothing
pretty
else.
nice car
Yeah, it was a
too,
nice
remember?
car. And I was like, okay, well, that's no big deal. I'll just go get my car. All right. Wait, I skipped ahead. It took about 30 minutes to even get to that point. There was a line to exit, remember? So we're waiting to exit with our car after we had already waited like an hour.
And remember, I jumped out of the car. I was like, well, why don't I go find the new car?
Mm-hmm.
You return this one. I'll go find the new one. I walked through this entire parking garage. This car was not there. It just
Yep.
wasn't there. And I'm calling Brandon and I'm like frazzled. I'm like, what is happening? First of all, keep in mind, we've been traveling all day. We had a 2 hour flight. All of that. And you just want to be done.
And there's just one poor guy doing customer service up there. And unlike, she's like, oh, yeah, she's trying to get me to be mean to this guy. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be mean to this poor guy. So I go up there. I'm nice. I'm like, dude, yeah, this guy, he was cool, but this and that. He's like, oh, well, he wasn't that cool. He gave you a car that wasn't here, that was rented out like 30 minutes before you got here. I was like, oh, shoot. So he's
Okay.
like, yeah, that car's not even here.
No, I didn't want you to be mean to him. I just wanted you to like assert and like maybe like lean to getting like a refund because this was ridiculous.
She wanted to be mean. Anywho, so I'm like, all right. I waited in line, talked to that guy. He got me hooked up, gave me another car. We get there, flat tire, and it was filthy. And it was like, damn, dude.
You can't even make it seems like something out of a show. It doesn't even seem real.
We found the car. All right, so we go back again, wait in line again. We waited again. He's like, oh, what? I was like, had a flat tire. He's like, are you kidding me?
You were like laughing to him.
Yeah, because
Like,
I
it was
couldn't believe it. I couldn't
shocking.
believe it. I'm like, dude. So he gives us another car. That one was pretty quick, like 15 minutes. We get it. This car's disgusting. It was not cleaned even an ounce. It was filthy, disgusting. Sand,
I said-
bugs, dirt, poop all over it.
Wasn't there like bird poop on
Yeah,
the
there's bird
windshield?
poop
Yeah.
all over it. And it was just like, okay.
All right, so last time we had to go through 3 cars until we finally got a filthy one after 1 hour in the parking garage. Today we didn't even get our car. We waited over an hour and the line didn't even move. Pointless. Might as well walk to your hotel. It will be faster. I feel awful for these employees that have to take the brunt of this clown management, which is ultimately what it comes down
Yeah.
to. It's not the employee's fault. It's just how poorly managed it is. If a car isn't in the garage, that should go right into the system. And the fact that the one employee screwed over the next guy,
Yeah.
like, that is just horribly run. Like, what is going on? And, like, we're not Karens. We're really, like, passive people. We're really just like, okay, it's fine. I know it's not your fault. And, like, I didn't want you to yell at the guy because it's obviously not his
Uh-huh.
fault. But, like, I was just so frustrated.
I feel you.
And obviously now with a level head, I'm like, that's messed up. But yeah, like there's just long lines. Yeah, this is I gotta find another review. Also from 3 months ago. This was the absolute worst rental experience I have ever had. We waited in line for 2.5 hours. And after all that, we waited 30 minutes to get a van. I asked for compensation and for a manager, and since the employee is not wearing a name tag to document, I take her picture.
Oh, that's weird.
I kind of have a problem with that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think you
weird.
should take people's
Oh,
pictures.
dude, that's weird.
She proceeds to cancel the reservation after insisting they had the vehicle because I took her picture. Something that is completely allowed in the public area and the airport. You're still taking a picture of a stranger. I don't agree with that.
I guess it's allowed for them to cancel your rental too then.
At this point, it was nearly 3 hours after our scheduled pickup time.
Ooh.
We returned from our trip. Lo and behold, what do you know? Budget charged us for a rental that was canceled on us. How does
Hmm.
that work? I mean, they charged you for the car that we never got, but they refunded it, right?
Budget in it. Chase did.
Oh, you had to go through your
I had to go
bank.
through my bank. Yeah, budget was like, I can't help you. Yeah, no, budget was difficult with me. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll just go through my bank. Did that.
I was
They
gonna
took.
give them the benefit of the
Nah,
doubt.
they took care of it. Budget was difficult with
Wow.
me. Yeah.
So they didn't even. You would think at the
Yeah.
very least they'd
Oh
be like, "Oh,
no.
we're
Yeah.
sorry."
No. No. Yeah, they act like they couldn't help me. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. So
That
I just
is
I just went through my
awful.
bank. So just go through your bank, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I feel like also with like booking things online and stuff, like pay with PayPal because PayPal is good with refunding. So like PayPal or your bank, like it's ugh.
Anywho, so that's budget, guys. In a
That's
nutshell.
budget. There's so many pictures of these lines.
Yeah, the lines are crazy. Do not,
Guys.
guys. You can't. You can't. You can't even make. We're not exaggerating. I'm not going to exaggerate.
No.
It was terrible.
This is a long one. Won't read the whole thing, but it's 1 star 3 months ago. If I could leave 0 stars, I would. The worst service ever. More than 100 people waiting in line and only 2 employees available. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I can't. I just can't. Oh, you know what we should read next time? We should read reviews from the Wawa that gave my sister E. coli.
They were bad.
So if you guys have anything to contribute, please send them our way.
I was gonna say her fiance was like, "Oh, you ordered from that one."
Yeah. Yeah, because she was telling me, so for context, my sister Liv got E. coli at the end of last year and was in the hospital for like 5 days. Absolutely awful. And she was telling me like everything that she ate leading up to it. She's like, oh, I think it was the sushi that someone brought in at work. But I'm like, someone else at your work would have gotten sick
Yeah.
too. You know,
Yeah.
there's like a little footprint there. But when she told me she got a Caesar salad wrap from Wawa, I'm like, bingo. Because E. coli is a
Romaine.
lot of times romaine lettuce. So that's what I said to her. You know, me being my emetophobic self, I know like safe foods and not safe foods. I know romaine is a very you can get E. coli. So we should find that Wawa that gave Liv E.
Mm.
coli. I looked it up to like report it like as an outbreak because you can like report things, you know, because she was trying to do legal stuff. So I was doing it for her while she was in the hospital. And this Wawa had 2.5 stars, and so many people saying that they got sick from there.
Tighten up, Wawa.
I can't eat. I got food poisoning at Wawa, not E. coli, but food poisoning. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's.
Convenience. You pay for it sometimes.
I'll get a coffee. Like, we're at Wawa. I'll have a coffee.
Yeah.
Let's say something good about Wawa. I love their coffee.
I like it. I like Wawa. I just don't really eat it. Wawa's fine. Hey, Wawa's fine. I mean, it used to be 2 for $3 with their sizzlies. You know, your little guys are kind of
Stingy.
stingy.
Well, you know what we just saw the other day? Applebee's doesn't have 2 for $20. Now it's 2 for $25.
Applebee's, and you're gross too. I'm gonna come after you next week. All right, let's end this thing.
Let's wrap it up.
All right,
this
guys.
was fun.
Yeah, yeah. Next week,
5 down.
5 down.
What should we do for our 100th show?
We'll see if we get there.
Let's get there. Let's do it.
I don't know. Let's not commit to anything right now. I don't want to just wing it and commit to something. Can we not do that? All right, guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Rate us on Spotify. 5 stars. Don't leave a bad review on our Spotify.
We'll read it if you do.
Bad reviews. Our Spotify.
And we're gonna say your first and last name too, and I will find you.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. What is that? You're like in a Shakespeare. You're like in a Shakespeare.